Welcome to Technology News. So, without wasting any time, let's start. So, what is API? The API, Application Programming Interface. So, what does that really mean? Well, I think of an API like a waiter at a restaurant. In restaurant, when you sit, waiter are count for to taking your order. You don't go to kitchen and then waiter bring your order from the kitchen. API works as the same way. For example, if we want to check weather, what we do? We open our weather app and we will check it. But weather is not shown by app. All of this shown by data of app or weather service provider. In fact, this all of is like a weather service. So how API actually works? It's so simple. Imagine you are asking a website for some information. Your request goes to API and then API sends back the information in a way of your app can understand. All of this is just like if you send request to API like asking for today's weather, the API take this request, process it and send back the response to you, which is the weather data. This happens in seconds. For example, you imagine as a Google search engine. So now let's talk about types of API. Basically, there are four important types of API. First, open APIs means public APIs. These are available to anyone. You can use them freely like Google Maps API. Second, private API means all of these APIs are private, not meant for publics. This API is just made for companies or for special users. For example, company use them for internal systems like private data of company. Third, partner APIs. These are shared between specific businesses like a delivery service working with a restaurant. Fourth, composite APIs. This type lets you combine multiple APIs into the single request. It's useful if you need different data from different places. In fact, all of these API have different works, but type of their working are same. Now let's see some real world examples of APIs. For example, let's take Google Maps API. It's used app like Uber and food delivery apps to show you where your ride or order is. In fact, you can assume this as a when you order something product, then delivery boy comes to your home by help of Google Maps. Second, Twitter API lets developers connect their apps to Twitter, allowing them to post tweets or display trends. And all of this data is provided by APIs. Third, PayPal API. Many e-commerce websites use this API to custom can pay through PayPal. In fact, transferring of money is taken by APIs. If API doesn't exist, we can't transaction our money through each other. Now let's see how to get start with APIs, means how to work with APIs. For getting start with APIs, we want to learn some basic skills like learn the basics of web development. Try to using public APIs and use tools like Postman. Now let's see how we actually want to do this all of things. First, learning the basic of web development. APIs are mostly used with the web development technology like HTTP or HTTPS, which we can see in any website URL. Second, trying to using public APIs, which are too much simple. Look for beginners. Friendly APIs are open weather for NASA APIs. They often come with documentation that explain how to use them. By all of this, you will get helped from directly by NASA, and by this, you will run easily. Third, using tools like Postman. Postman is a free tool that helps you make requests to APIs and see how they work. Remember, Postman is a tool. We just wanted to use that tool. We don't want to get job of Postman. In fact, APIs are great way to make your apps more powerful, and please don't be afraid to make experiment. Now I think all of your doubts about API are clear. So I hope you will enjoy this video. By this, you will understand all concepts about APIs. If you want more knowledge about this, please tell us on comments.